So, what is depression? Depression is God or the divine giving you grace and nudging you into the direction which you should be going because you've been stagnating. You've been staying stuck at a level. You see, you didn't come into this life to take anything with you, but to become something. Everything you have in this life, you will let go of. And you came into this life to experience the external so something internal can happen. Life is not an outward journey, but an inward journey. The outward is merely used to start the inward journey. You came here to develop your being. You didn't come here to get a car and a big house and a wife and a good job and a lot of money and people who respect you at your workplace, and that's why you can have it all, seemingly. You can look at a guy who seemingly has it all, but when he goes home, he's in a big pit of depression. How can that be? Because you didn't come here for these things. You came here for an inner journey, an invisible journey, an invisible path that you can't show to anyone, but it is still there, but only to those who truly recognize it and are called and are willing and able to go it. You see, there's always a voice which isn't quite yours, and it's very quiet, and it's in the back of your mind, and it's always gonna tell you the next step on the journey, because the plan, the road, the goal is already written. Your destiny, your calling is already set, but it is up to you to walk the journey. God is steering, but you have to pedal, you have to move. And this voice, which is going to tell you the things you don't want to hear, especially the things you don't want to hear, that's how you know it isn't your own, is actually going to be the voice which is going to lead you to the place you really want to go to. But the issue is, a lot of the times we think we know better. We want to go around it. We want to stagnate. We want to waste some more time, run in a circle for a bit longer, chase some meaningless pleasure for a bit longer. The best word is, what's the word? When you know you should be doing something, but you don't do it. Procrastinating. It's pretty much procrastinating your divine journey. When you stagnate and you failed to realize that it's not about the outward journey, but the inward journey, and you forget the inward journey, or you've been stuck at a level for quite some time, and time's starting to run out, or you're behind on track, God is going to give you depression, not because he doesn't like you, not because he wants to make you feel bad, but because he loves you. If you don't like the personified way of me speaking about God, then just look at it as the universe or the divine nudging you into your destiny and calling out of love. Because what you have to realize is, in order for you to get to what you might call the kingdom of heaven within, or enlightenment, or your purpose, or your destiny, you have to walk the road. And the road is probably not going to be easy, because no great things come of easy tasks. This doesn't exist. Because if it is easy, everybody has it, and therefore it has no value. And whoever's watching this, I can only tell you that God has a special plan for you. And it is up to you to decide what to do with this life. and whether you want to follow this voice and fulfill your destiny and calling, or you want to run in circles, procrastinate your whole life away and stay stuck. Right now, look at your life. Think what you have to change and think about what you should be doing and just tackle one thing after another. And I promise you, once you start doing that, your depression will fade. This voice might even lead you to a place where you have less things to make you quote unquote happy or to give you quote unquote pleasure. But depression will fade because you're following a higher way now. Because God, His way, is the highest of ways. See, you can follow the ways of the world. You can go to school, you can get your degree, you can buy an expensive house, buy a fancy car, have a wife that doesn't really love you and is only for you for the money, be well looked at by some people in business, go have sex with hookers and take a bunch of cocaine and seemingly live the life. But it will never fulfill you, right? I'm assuming people on my channel already know this. They already understand that this won't fulfill them, hopefully, or either because they have gone through it and recognized it, or because grace has allowed them to see the things which they haven't yet experienced. But it is not you have to experience it to some degree. But once you recognize the game, once you recognize the pattern, you don't have to go down every avenue to realize this. You just have to recognize the pattern. But I don't think it is entirely up to us to recognize the pattern. I think grace helps. God, once you humble yourself and you seek and you ask, God will show you, look, it's the same road, just a different color. You have to follow the voice. And if you can't hear the voice, pray. Sit still. Sit still and know that I am. It's going to be there. And it's going to tell you what you don't want to hear. That's how you know. That's how you know it is not of your own that this voice is speaking, but it is of something higher. It is the divine spark within you, calling you to your journey, which you're destined to follow, and you should follow. But it is up to you to walk the road. You see, you will never know the full plan. You will never know where to go, but you'll always know the next step. And as much as you might not understand, or it might seem meaningless or arbitrary, or maybe even incredibly difficult, and you think you can overcome it, you can overcome it. And once you go the next step will be revealed. And if you want to put it in different terms, you're going to have to walk through hell first before you can arrive at heaven. Right now, you're in the realm of darkness. Metaphorically speaking, you're in a tunnel and the light is at the end. But the tunnel is scary. The tunnel is very dark, unknown, and you fear it, and it's difficult, and you'd rather just stay seated. But the wall behind you is slowly closing in. And at some point, you're going to be backed to the wall, and you're going to have no other choice but for the wall to push you through the tunnel. This is what we call fate, or this is what we call grace. Once you run away from the tunnel in front of you, or the inner journey, which is what really matters, the wall will start coming in, and God will forcefully push you through this tunnel because He loves you and He finally wants you to taste the heaven. And this is also where depression comes into play, right? That's one of the things which can happen, but it's not there to punish you or out of hate. It's there to motivate you and to show you that, look, the decisions you've been making right now will lead you nowhere. This is the result of your decisions. So please move forward. Listen to the voice which I have put inside of you. This is the voice that's going to lead you to what your heart truly desires. Not your mind, not your body, not the world, not your personality or character, but your heart. You didn't come here to be in the world. You came here to escape it again. And I think if you're on my channel, you don't feel like you belong here, and you don't. And you probably think about death a lot. At least I do. Because I don't feel home here. I don't belong here. I've recognized that this is just part of the bigger journey. And that the things that really matter are invisible. I've walked a road for years, but I can't show it to you. Because it's invisible. But it's the best road I've ever walked. And as I'm saying this, I'm getting like, the chicken skin. Because it's like, I wish you could taste it. I wish you could feel it. Maybe you have. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. But you gotta walk it. You gotta listen to that voice relentlessly and do the things you don't want to do. But I shouldn't be doing this. But I've been doing it for years. How come part of me still says I shouldn't be doing this? This is God's voice. But people don't want to listen. They'd rather stay stagnant. And when fate catches up and God, out of his love and mercy, is giving you depression, they say, oh, I need a pill. Please numb that voice through Satan's devices. That's what it really is. That's what it really is. Because there's more to this reality than just medication. No, there's a spiritual war going on. There's two sides who wage war for your soul. You have the path of the now, the path of what is easy now, but that path will lead to destruction. And you have the path of short-term sacrifice, but that path will lead you to eternity. And the two entities, if you want to personify them into God and Satan, this might help. They're also inside of you. And they're waging war for your soul because it is a very valuable soul. But you decide which path to take. If you hear this, you should thank God for your depression if you have depression. Because he is hinting you to something you cannot yet see. So follow that voice. It's a little bit of a shorter video, but I just kind of felt like making this video because I just received the comment of a guy. And I was like, you know what? I want to make a quick video. Maybe this helps somebody. Maybe this puts something into perspective, or maybe this helps to draw a picture of the inward journey rather than the outward journey, which is all the world sees. Because those who watch these videos, some of you probably aren't really from this world, and you don't really want to stay in this world because you recognize somehow this isn't it. This isn't it. We might have winners in the world, but I low-key feel like everybody in this realm hasn't really gotten it, or something's not right, something's wrong. It's an inner feeling. I can't explain it to you, but maybe, hopefully some of you have it. That's why I'm making this video, so it can resonate, right? Because something in you tells you, yeah, I feel like everybody here has gotten it wrong. Even though there's a lot of winners and hierarchies and whatnot, it's not where my heart really belongs, It's not where I should really be. But take accountability, take responsibility. You came here out of your own doing. God wouldn't do this for no reason. God is just. Have faith and trust, even if you do not intellectually understand. But also have faith and trust in the fact that you can return to the place that is known to you, but you can't quite see it or touch it. But you know it is there because it's sort of like in the middle of you, like your center, your being, your essence, your heart. You want to return to the realm, which is the realm where your heart is from. Somehow your heart recognizes this here. This is not where it's from. It's from a higher place, whatever that means, wherever that is. And the voice will lead you to that place.